What's up, Throttlers? Aristotle Full Throttle here, and if there's one thing we can agree on about the Star Wars prequels, is that Ewan McGregor's Obi Wan Kenobi is a badass. What's up, Throttlers? Aristotle Full Throttle here, and there's been word that there's going to be an Obi Wan Kenobi prequel sequel. Usually when you bring up the Star Wars prequels, folks like me are like, eeeh. But then if you mention Obi Wan Kenobi, you're like, okay, yeah. So if anybody's gonna get their own spin-off movie, it should be him. And guess what? I'm not the only one who's thought of that. The folks over at Disney have heeded my advice, and they're gonna make an Obi Wan spin-off movie, and it's gonna be released in 2020. So for this Aristotle Full Throttle movie tweak of the week, I wanna talk about Obi Wan Kenobi's character arc in the prequel trilogy. And that beard. How come it took them 3 movies to get the beard right? I'm pretty sure that that's just glued on. In the prequels, Obi-Wan is pretty much a monk and only wants to serve the Force and train Anakin. But I think it would be super cool if Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin actually had a love triangle with Padme. Now hear me out. I know that falling in love is against the Jedi code, which is a really stupid code if you ask me, because aren't they like on the light side and stuff? Why wouldn't you use love as part of your arsenal? If the bad guys can use hate and anger, why can't they use love? Maybe we'll find that out in Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is just purely speculation, but if Rey does become a Grey Jedi, then she could use the power of love, just like Huey Lewis would want her to. And maybe, just maybe, she falls in love with, yes, the obvious choice, a Porg. That's the power of love. But I think it would have been much more dramatic and much more heartrending and relatable if, in fact, you had Obi-Wan and Anakin fall in love with the same woman. Or man. Or Porg. And you'd have to imagine that Obi-Wan has much better game than this.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That opens up plenty of dramatic fodder for anger and jealousy to get in the way of their friendship. And in my mind, it would have left it vague after Padme has the babies in episode 3 as to who the father is, and we wouldn't actually find that out until episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. You are the father! So then you can actually watch the movies in chronological order without that reveal being completely anticlimactic, because you already know this. Thanks, George Lucas. And maybe there's a secret in there somewhere that we don't know yet. Who knows? Obi-Wan could be everybody's daddy. It would have given way more interesting meaning to the interaction between Luke and Obi-Wan in Episode 4, A New Hope. As for Obi-Wan's prequel sequel, I think it would be really cool if they explored some of these concepts and help us see his character in a whole new light. Maybe he's more of a risk taker, a loose cannon. But hey, this is Disney. For all we know, Obi-Wan could tap into some of his hidden talents and defeat all of his enemies with the power of dance. Mace Windu should also be in the Obi-Wan spinoff, and it could be very much like a Lethal Weapon movie. Hey, Riggs. Because apparently Samuel L. Jackson had a conversation with George Lucas, and George Lucas was like, yeah, okay, fine, you survived if you want. So what do you guys think? Do you think that that's a weak movie tweak of the week? Or is that movie tweak of the week on fleek? Let me know in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, subscribe to this channel. Remember to like and share these videos, and you can always pledge on Patreon as little as $1 a month. That is like less than a third of the cost of a Starbucks cup of coffee. They charge way too much at Starbucks. I feel like Obi-Wan is the one redeeming factor about those Star Wars prequels. It's kind of like whenever I make fun of Michael Bay and I talk about how terrible a director he is, people always mention, hey man, he directed The Rock. Okay, The Rock is a good movie, but that was 20 years ago, bro. What have you done for me lately? Thank you guys for watching. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro in the know with the fro, and I'll see you later. Star Wars. Hey, Riggs.